I think of myself as a relatively intelligent person, but there was a period in my life for around 10 years when I ended up in a cult. And it was actually a Christian cult. And looking back on it, it does make me feel quite embarrassed that I was ever part of it. But at the same time, when you're in something, it really is hard to see outside of it. They were very good, those charismatic people that kind of got us in. And then the lies that they sort of sustained for a long time. So there are things to look out for. I think on reflection, I'm a lot wiser now. And there are a lot of cults out there, not just Christian ones, not just religious cults, but definitely in the world we live in, there are cultural ones and political cults. So keep your eyes open where you are. But one of the things that is definitely part of the cult behaviour is this whole thing about love bombing, that initially to get you in, they treat you, they love you, they kind of tell you all kinds of nice things about yourself and how wonderful you are and how God loves you so much and all this kind of stuff. It's very attractive, it's very nice and flattering. And then once they've got you in, it kind of gradually changes, the narrative shifts, that you weren't quite as nice and as wonderful as maybe you were told, that somehow that you're always doing something wrong, that they're always the victims of your ill behaviour, that you never quite give enough money, or you never serve them, or, well, they say you never serve God well enough. But what they mean is you never give them as much as they want out of you. And it all gets very toxic. It gets very damaging. And it's very difficult to escape, because I am a loyal person. I like to be loyal to the things that I'm a part of. And in that context, it was very difficult to get out. My wife was also not quite as ready to leave as I was, or had kind of got on the same page as me when it had to happen. Also, I've got children, so my wife was still taking my children to this place, even after I'd kind of got out. But there are warning signs. Think about how people treat you, how emotional they are, how the little things that you say, whether you don't mean anything by it, you make a comment, and yet it becomes a big deal for the person. An abuser will always tell you that you are the bad person, you've upset them. They'll make you feel guilty. They'll make you feel as if you've done something really terrible to hurt them, an insult, a slight on their soul. And it's very revealing. And they reverse it. It's the Darvo thing, where they reverse, the victim and abuser. And it's very subtle and it's very clever. But the way they do it just really, really hurts over the long run. And it creates a massive problem for you. And that's your community. You're then afraid to leave it, because when we did leave the cult that I ended up in, they cut off all contact with us. We had friends in there who we'd known for a long time. They'd been with us in another church as well. And it was just so horrible that these people turned on us. They made our friends turn on us, and we ended up very alone. And it took us a long time to work through all of the hurt and the pain that was caused. After we left, well, they made all kinds of accusations about me before we left to my wife. They tried to convince my wife that I was no good, and tried to get my wife to leave me. Like I said, it was really, really dark. So be aware of those around you, the relationships and the people that you are committed to. Make sure that it's always kind of not just a one-way street, that you are not just expected to do everything or to serve other people, but instead it's a kind of two-way thing. And also the respect that people have for you is very important, because that's the other thing that gradually becomes apparent, is that you're not respected. You're just seen as a kind of a minion to serve a cause, to go along with the decrees and the declarations that are made, that you're supposed to give up your resources and give up your time. And then those who are exploiting you expect you to just not pay any attention to what they get up to, and It's very, very interesting how they behave, but they will turn on you if you do call them out, and that's the hard part. But fortunately, we are free. It's been like that for a few years now, and it does have repercussions, but I'm much more emotionally resilient as a person after leaving that, in terms of understanding the dynamics of relationships and how they can turn from something that seems like a really nice thing into something very dark and very toxic. So watch your relationships, keep an eye on them, and make sure that it's very much a a two-way thing, rather than just that one person demanding of you